Hey everybody! Welcome to another exciting Facebook Live. I am Benji, you might remember me from the studio walkthrough, and I am moving. I am joined here by Oren Moshes, who is our director of the studio. I am standing on his skateboard. I am not a skateboarder, but it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Doing really well.
Thank you, I appreciate that, even though it's absolutely not true. So we're here in front of the studio. We're going to give you a walkthrough of the studio. Everyone is currently in, or almost everyone is in there working. We're going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek in terms of some of the stuff that they're working on, learn a little bit more about some of the workflow that goes into the Finny, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. Ready to go?
Sure. So this is my team. Hi team. Hey. It's a bit strange for us, I have to admit, because ever since we went crypto, we became transparent and we share everything. Now you have to understand that we cannot share everything because some things needs to be locked down, and we're currently in the process of writing some design patents. So we'll share what we can share, and pretty soon we'll be able to share everything. So I want to start with...
But this is very different for you, because when we did Solarin,
everything
that door was locked.
It was locked, it was hush-hush. And even when we tested the device, we made a special case to camouflage the features. So no one knew what it really looked like until the launch. And here, since day one, since Finny was conceptualized, it's out there. And we're doing everything in our power to make it happen, to realize our design intent. So why don't we start here with this is our talented UXers.
Hi there. You want to see what we're working on?
I think the community would be very interested to see what you're working on.
So this is the current version of the home screen of the wallet application. As you can see, we have the main area here of the send and request area. On the bottom we have the transaction history, and we have the other tab that shows the actual portfolio of the coins that I own.
And a lot of this is designed around just simplicity. Send, convert, request.
Definitely. That's the main core of the application, to make it as simple as it can be, and in the quickest way.
What's your main challenge?
Main challenge? To make everybody happy.
Well, that's a classic UX role, making everybody feel they're right and happy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I would say the balance between usability and security is always a challenge, especially when we speak about people's money.
Yeah.
That's the main task.
Yeah, and Sveta also has some really, really cool headphones.
Yes, I do. Oh, look, it has lights. Awesome. Not connecting with
So Oren, whose desk is this?
That's mine. I'm also hands-on, but don't be fooled. I have many other things on my hands. What you see here is the exploration of SIM tool. We want our SIM tool to be on brand, so this is pretty much mass market solutions for SIM tools, and we're exploring different forms and shapes. We might even pitch that to the community to help us decide. So we're working on that. We're working on packaging as well. So this side is our industrial design side, and other side is UI UX animations. This is Philippe. He's the father of the current Finny, of the Finny styling. Yeah. And always finalizing.
I'm working on some detail.
So you can see there's some original sketches over there in the book. So could you tell us a little bit about this cube? Because this looks like a really complicated Rubik's Cube.
It is actually. This is this is a catalog actually of our model maker. Lately they have modified their catalog to this, so you can compare. We call it CMF, the color, material, and finish. You can compare and see which color, which material, which finish you would like to have. And so I've been working on having the perfect combination for our product.
Great.
Yep.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Over here you can see our memory lane and our inspiration wall, and some of the we draw inspiration from different markets and different products. In the Fini we looked at cars.
You can see. Sorry. You can see that this feature, which is the grill for the speaker, is taken from originally Aston Martin air vent, and we thought it would give also both this and the script on the side, where you can find it in the sports car and the products of this nature, just to give it some different flair to it.
It's very cool.
Expressive and dynamic.
And over here,
Over here is Medina, our UI designer and graphic designer. On the right hand side you can see work in progress of our wallet application icon and some of the main screens of the main application. Bear in mind, again, this is work in progress, and we keep on developing and changing and redefining on the go. Over here, that's Dima Station, who's our animator and doing all the visualizations.
that is a cool animation. What is that going to be?
That's going to be our boot animation. It's just first sketches, concept of where we want to take the boot animation, and we want to introduce the new colors. On the right hand side you can see our new color palette, which we're going to implement into the brand. And previously we only had a teal color. Now we're introducing the orange, the yellow, the burgundy, and some gradient blues to replace the old black that we had.
Right,
So-
because with Solarin, of course, everything was a lot more conservative, was a lot more narrow in terms of what our focus was.
Exactly, and everything was highly detailed. And now, moving towards the mass market, we need to simplify our solutions and to make everything a bit more lively. Over here,
Speaking of getting things more lively.
over here we have Linat, our
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Sorry.
UI and graphic artist, who's working on wallpapers.
Actually, I'm working on wallpapers. Our job is also to tell a story through the visual materials and posing new, edgy and very interesting way to show reality, our new reality of crypto world.
Can we get a sneak peek?
Sure. We're using a pattern, our new branding pattern. Through there, it's like little windows
Oh, cool.
of reality and urbanic atmosphere.
Taking the mundane into the fantastic, making the ordinary change into the extraordinary.
Awesome. Now, Oren, I know that there was one other thing that you wanted to talk about, specifically with regards to what was the signature feature for the Solarian and sort of how that's going to be evolving. So,
Let's step into Madina's little living room. Oh, you can see the painting here. This was done here as well. We had a fun day for the entire studio last year, and this is the result. And this is our take on the Syrian concept. Syrian is a mythological creature that's half woman, half a bird. So these are all dynamic strokes of birds and the break of colors that
very cool.
we did.
Very, very cool.
All right, so yeah, I wanted to speak about realizing a design, taking a design concept, a design intent, and making it happen and manufacturing it. And the world is full of limitations, especially manufacturing. This is the first build of the Solarian. As you can see, there's leather, crocodile leather on the back. It's highly detailed with different textures on the sides. We have titanium sides here, gold-plated titanium sides, engravings, and so on. A lot of details. We were thinking about patterns on the glass, and everything is highly detailed. Scrap that, moving to
But this wasn't exactly what you were looking for, right?
Yeah, this was one of our pains. One of the pains, and it's always like that. You have to compromise when you move towards production.
Right. It's some of the things that you encounter in the design process when you have sort of your artistic idea and you try to turn that into a reality.
Exactly. One of the one of the things in a creative process, you have to find a creative way to implement your design, and sometimes you cannot work around some limitation. Here there was an ESD and an electronic limitation that forced us to have this bar. This bar was not designed in the initial design, and it was added on, and eventually we had to live with it. And for most people would probably not see that, but for the person who designed it, it was a pain.
Right.
So moving to our next product, this is a concept for another high-end phone, which was neglected along the way. But what we did here was develop the signature element and realize how we're going to implement the cameras, the flash, and so on under either one glass, or basically eliminating the bar that we had in the center. So that was the previous phase, and then came Fini.
And then the thing. This is the mock-up that a lot of you have seen through a lot of the other broadcasts.
Again, don't get hung up on anything here, because it's still changing slightly. As you can see, Oil is working on the CMF, finalizing surfaces, and so on. But we're keeping the signature element. We cleaned it up. It's a bit more masculine right now because our target audience has become more masculine, according to our amazing marketing team. And so we finalized the ridge and the surfaces. And another big challenge in this design is keeping the tips of the phone. And the challenge was creating a synergetic effect, utilizing the tips to help us with the antenna design. So there's still a lot of challenges in this project, but I can say right now that we're finalizing the details. We're in the CMF color material finish, and it's details now. Everything is inside, all the antennas are inside. We simulated antenna performance in all different use cases, and it looks good. So we're
Great.
very happy. We're on track and moving on.
Fantastic. Oren, thanks so much for taking the
Sure,
time.
thank you.
The whole studio, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, the whole community. We'll see you guys next week.